Hi everybody, this is Jack, and this is my '09 California Special Mustang. And I received a request recently to show a little more detail the hood hydraulic struts that I installed some time ago. So let's open up the hood. Things are still the same here with the Mustang. And now if I were doing this before the props were installed, I'd really have a difficult time. This I can do with one hand now because of the props. And right here they are. They take the place of this prop rod here, which I left installed. There's the Roush air cleaner and intake. Okay. Now the bolts that are used here are the same as were initially installed at the factory. And what you do is you take a look back here. See that we have a bolt right there. That's the base here. The cylinder part, big part diameter, is towards the top here. And here we have the support here along the hood line. Now what you do is you work on one side at a time. And I got a large blanket and stuff between the hood and the windshield here, because you don't want the hood to loosen the bolts. You don't want the hood to slip, because it could damage the very edge of it here. You don't want to be breaking any windshields either. So you're going to put a blanket in there between the two to serve as a cushion. You're going to take out the bolts, and you're going to put in the base here, that silver looking object there, and you're going to install the bottom part there. And of course, before you loosen the bolts, you're going to I took some masking tape, but you could take a marker pen and mark where the relative edge of everything is, so that when you put everything back, you do it properly. You want to make sure that you keep the same spacing. Otherwise the hood will be in misalignment and will wind up possibly dinging the edge of the hood. You don't want that. So you work on one side at a time. Do that side, then you do this side, then you install the prop here. Again, the wider section at the top. You're going to have to push the hood up a bit to be able to pop on these ends of the cylinder itself. So, to summarize, you do one side at a time. You make sure you cushion the hood between the hood and the windshield with a blanket of some type, and you mark the relative position of everything so that you can put everything back exactly as it came apart. You don't want to just take bolts out and start putting stuff back in. You want to make sure that you have everything in relative position. It's too bad I had this already installed. I'm not going to be taking it apart to show how it goes, but that's the idea. You have to make sure you have everything in the same relative position. so the hood closes properly. And before you slam the hood, you want to make very sure you've got proper clearances. And you can see that right here we have a nice clearance here. Nothing has been injured in any way. Got the same clearance here. This hood's not all the way down, so see that. So let me. I'm gonna have to raise the hood. There we go. And you can see everything is in proper alignment. Let's say you don't want to install these and wind up injuring the hood or the windshield. You will avoid that if you mark the relative position of everything with the marker pen. Okay.